Welcome to ANS Solver question 8 of this paper. So for part A1, they are asking us to find the value of AB. So let's label this as A for now. So let's use the cos rule for this question. So the cos rule is A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC multiplied by cos A. Now the capital A is the angle that is opposite to the side that we need to find. And the cos rule states that we need at least two sides in a triangle and the angle in between both those sides to use the rule, which we have in this case. So let's substitute the values. Now a square will stay as it is because we are finding small a, or we are finding the value of a. B and C you can take as any side of the triangle, that won't make a difference. So you can take B as 16.5 or 12.4, won't make a difference. So 16.5 square plus 12.4 square minus 2 times 16.5 multiplied by 12.4 multiplied by cos 64. So therefore a square is equal to 16.5 square plus 12.4 square, which is equal to 426.01 minus 2 times 16.5 times 24 multiplied by cos 64, which would give you the answer or the value as 179.3814733. Therefore A would be equal to the root of the difference. So 426.01 minus 179.38147, and the root of that would be equal to 15.7. 7044. And since we need to give our final answer in 3 significant figures, our final answer will be 15.7 centimeters, because the fourth significant figure in this case, which is 0, is lesser than equal to 5, so it won't round off the third significant figure to the next number. Therefore 15.7 centimeters will be the final answer for part A part 1. Now let's move to A part 2, where they are asking us to find the value of BC. That is this value. Let's label it as X for now. So in this triangle we can find the third angle. So we know that angles in a triangle add up to 180. Therefore 180 minus 95 minus 53 will be 32 degrees. That would be the this angle's value, that is 32 degrees. Now we can use a sine rule to find the value of x. So that would be x divided by sine 52 53, my bad. Yeah, sine 53, which is equal to sine 32, or not sine 32, 12.4 divided by sine 32. Now the sine rule can be used in any way. That is the benefit of it. Like, you can write the sine as the numerator, the sine part, or the side as the numerator, any of them. But as long as on both sides of the equation you use the same format. So either the angle in the numerator or the side in the numerator. And in this case I've used the side because it would be easier to solve. Now all we need to do is solve for x. So therefore x is equal to sine 53 multiplied by 12.4 divided by sine 32. So that would be equal to 23.3997909, and therefore the value of x would be 23.3997909 multiplied by sine 53, which is equal to 18.6879. And therefore your final answer for part A for A part 2 would be 18.7 centimeters, because the fourth significant figure in this case, which is 8, is greater than or equal to 5. So it will round off the 6 to the next number. Therefore 18.7 will be your final answer for A part 2. Now let's move to part B. So for B part 1, they are asking us to find the value of y, and they've given us the length of the arc. So the formula to find the length of the arc is m by 360 multiplied by the circumference of the circle, the formula of a circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r or pi d. Now in this case, m, as they've given it to us as y, so we'll substitute that, which is equal to the arc length, which is 7.7, and they've given us r as 3.8. So now all we need to do is solve for y. So y by 360 is equal to, we can take this to the other side of the equation, so it will become division in this case. So 7.7 divided by 1 second. Okay, so 7.7 divided by 2 pi r, that would be 0.322498. Therefore y would be equal to 360 multiplied by 0.322498. So therefore your final answer for B part 1 would be 116.09934. So we can round this off to 3 significant figures. So your final answer for part B1 would be 116. So not 3 significant figures, my bad, because an angle you generally want to give up to 1 decimal place. So your final answer would be 116.1 degrees. Now this is because the second decimal place in this case, which is 9, is greater than or equal to 5. So it will round off your first decimal place to the next number. Therefore 116.1 degrees will be our final answer for part B1 of this question. Now let's move to part B2, where they are asking us to calculate the area of the sector. So the formula to calculate the area of the sector is the angle that we calculated as 116. Let's take the original answer so that we don't face the premature rounding error, divided by 360 multiplied by the formula of a area of a circle, so multiplied by pi r square. Now r, as they've given us in the question, is 3.8, so 3.8 square. So now all we need to do is simplify our working. So 116.09934 divided by 360 is equal to 0.22498 multiplied by r multiplied by pi multiplied by r square will be equal to 14.63. And since we need to give our answer in 3 significant figures, our final answer will be 14.6 centimeters square, because the fourth significant figure in this case, which is 3, is lesser than or equal to 5. So it won't round off the 6 to the next number. Therefore 14.6 will be your final answer for B part 2 of this question.